bonsoir. We are delighted today to launch our little booklet, recueil de nouvelles. Alliance Française has been part of the cultural life of Limerick City. It's not only a school where people come and learn French, but it's also a cultural hub for the Francophile, for the French community, and for the public at large. And we are very proud to have been part of Limerick City for the last 70 years. We are situated in Paris Square, a lovely area of the city, and number 7 Paris Square, and you're all welcome to come in anytime you wish.
So thank you for your kind invitation to launch this fabulous collection of stories that they were showing to me before I came up here to speak. Alliance Française de Limerick, as you said, is the oldest Alliance Française in Ireland, having been established in 1944 by a like-minded group of French language enthusiasts in the Cruises Hotel, one of our great historic hotels in Limerick. Unfortunately burned down, nothing to do with you, I'm sure. But you know, we have Cruises Street there in its place. But it just shows you a connection of Alliance Française with the history of Limerick. It's going back to Cruises Hotel and that kind of period in Limerick. And it's great to see that connection, and it's great to see it so strong these many years later, 70 years later, which is an incredible feat. It was known as the French Circle at the time, and it laid the foundations for a strong and thriving organisation that you see today, and we have here now. By 1969, the French Circle had become part of a worldwide organisation, Alliance Française, and since then you've been promoting the French language and culture in a non-profit making basis in the Limerick region. So indeed, if you're looking further afield now, and with French conversation exam classes scheduled for Ennis next month apparently, so you're a growing organisation, and the Trécor Film Festival, which is getting bigger and bigger in Limerick, and is one of the number run by Alliance Française organisations around the world, and it's great to have one here based in Limerick. And it's very important to be passionate about one's language and culture, and as evidence definitely in the Alliance Française de Limerick. Walking into your offices in Paris Square, it's like walking into an office in Bordeaux or Paris. You know, you're really transported to France and immersed. And I think that immersion allows you to learn the language a bit better, because knowing a language is more than knowing words. It's about knowing the culture and the meaning and the passion that comes behind it. I think we can relate to that as Irish speakers, as Gaelgoers as well, the importance of our language and the passion that's behind that. And here this evening in the granary, surrounded by all these lovely books, I have the pleasure of launching Alliance Française de Limerick's very first book. The collection, I suppose, is a combination of the AFL Short Stories competition, which began in October 2017, which he taught me, and the AFL students and members, as well as French lovers in Limerick, were encouraged to write their own short story in French, with no particular team, or English with a French team. It has given the people of Limerick a chance to express themselves in French or about France, and it highlights the connection between our two countries, displaying the city of Limerick as the multicultural city as it has become. And it's great to see that connection. I see in one of the stories there was mention of Clermont, and it always strikes me, I always love when we get drawn against the French side in the Heineken Cup, because the colour that the French fans bring to Limerick is fabulous, and the relationship between the French rugby fans and the Munster fans is quite close. Anybody that's ever travelled with the Munster team to France will agree with me there. And I'm delighted to say, for the first time here this evening, a total of 13 stories have been included in this first ever compilation, and hopefully it will be the first of many.
La nuit l'emmenait en voyage, car la nuit l'horizon s'ouvrait. Toutes ces étoiles qu'il n'avait jamais réussi à compter, tous ces noms et toutes ces formes géométriques plus ou moins biscornues, qu'il n'avait jamais mémorisées, même en essayant de son mieux. Et cette voie lactée qui le fascinait de son immensité tout en lui donnant le torticolis. Il ne se lassait pas de ce spectacle à nul autre pareil, qu'il avait maintes fois retrouvé aux quatre coins du monde où il s'était rendu. Au sommet du mont Moïse dans le Sinaï, ou au cœur de la forêt amazonienne, dans une clairière défrichée par des Indiens, il appréciait le moment, seul, à l'écart des autres, goûtant à l'instant présent tout en laissant ses pensées divaguer dans l'espace-temps. L'infini le fascinait depuis toujours, aussi loin qu'il s'en souvienne. Sa condition d'humain, avec ses 1001 interrogations, l'obsédait souvent. Sommes-nous seuls dans l'univers? Avons-nous toujours été seuls? Voilà. Merci.
Return to Clermont. Solidly provincial, Clermont-Ferrand of Michelin and rugby fame nestles at the heart of the French Massif Central. The elegant expanse of the Place du Jaude frames the town centre. I pulled my Munster rugby supporters jacket closer to keep out the autumnal chill. Dusk was fast approaching as I stared at the statue of local hero Vercingetorix, which dominates the Place du Jaude. I wondered how more than 20 years had slipped past. It seemed the local hero of Auvergne, challenger of Julius Caesar, looked down upon me with disapproval from astride his horse, finely balanced by the art of the sculptor atop the impressively tall pillar. So you are back, and where is the ambition of your youth? The cold stone stare of the immovable Gaul seemed to imply. I had not intended to return this year. I had always planned some type of trip with the family, maybe a nice, safe camping holiday in the nearby mountains or on the banks of Lac Chambon, but not a trip to Clermont to revisit old ghosts. I scanned the Place for the red and navy of the other Munster supporters, not wishing to lose the group despite my brief reverie. Strange as it now seemed, amidst the hum of jovial rugby enthusiasts, this provincial town represented my rite of passage.
To be here this evening, it's fabulous to be able to be a part of this cultural experience, and knowing people that have attended it, knowing people that are a part of it, and knowing people who are French people living in Ireland, living in Limerick. I know how much value Alliance Française is to them. So I am delighted to be a part of this evening, and I wish you every good fortune and every good luck. Thank you very much.